Thank you. Good morning. Lucky that you all made it with this traffic. I'm Ragnar Kruse. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Smaato. And actually what I would like to do is give you numbers, but also show a great opportunity really in the market. A market where we're in, which is mobile and which is mobile advertising. I think to kind of understand the scope and the size of market, it's really important to understand how this market is really evolving. When we started in 2005, there were 20 million smartphones sold. But I think what is really interesting is looking at the world market. We have a population of about 7 billion people. More than 5 billion have now a mobile phone, and then about 1.8 billion users today have a smartphone. Interestingly is, last year alone, more than 1 billion smartphones were shipped into the market. And over the next 3-4 years, each year, more than 1 billion new phones are shipped into the market. As the price points have come down, you can actually expect that the global population, more and more, will have one of those smartphones in their hands. And those smartphones, they now range from iPhone, $1,000, but down to like $50, $60. So the smartphone is basically the computing device, and in many parts of the world, even the only computing device what an individual has in their hands. Also interesting is really to compare it to the PC market. So when you look at the numbers, you actually can see that last year, about 300 million PCs were sold compared to more than 1 billion smartphones. So this shift already has happened and is happening even faster going forward. So it's becoming a really global mobile market, and that's a market we're living in. Also important to understand is, and I know those discussions over the last couple of years always, is it apps or is it in the browser? It's apps, apps, apps. 86% of the usage on smartphones is within apps. Means for every advertiser, do advertising within apps. And it also shows also the potential for everyone who is building apps. And then when it comes to apps, most of the apps more and more will be monetized through advertising. So it's becoming a huge advertising ecosystem in the market. So, and that plays out. So you can see that last year about 100 billion apps were downloaded, and that is going up to like 270 billion in 2017. So it's a huge smartphone market, it's a huge app market, and that is really a global phenomenon. Now, when it comes to mobile advertising, it's important to actually see this in context. We have today an ad spend market globally of about $545 billion. That's a total spend on all media. Digital and mobile are really growing. These are the numbers you see in green and in red. And of that, mobile advertising this year alone is already $31 billion and growing fast. I think interesting is also when you look at how user behavior has changed and how users worldwide more and more spend time on their mobile phones. And I see a lot of you who are just now looking on their mobile phones and using it, and I barely see a PC being used. So 20% of time spent is already on your smartphone. And that actually also means this is a number from Merry Makers, that actually the mobile market in the US wouldn't be just 7 billion, it actually would need to be 30 billion more. If you take this on a global base, 20%, then basically the mobile advertising market globally should be, based on time spent, much more $100 billion market instead of a $31 billion market this year. So it's a huge opportunity, And you've seen over the last 1.5, actually yesterday, several presenters, if it was Tencent, if it was Badu, who all are actually building apps, and you see this exponential growth, and it's really also happening on a global base. Because one of the phenomena and one of the drivers of this market are the app stores. It's a direct-to-consumer. So automatically, if someone has great content and has it as an app, he easily finds users across the world. And that is driving a huge ecosystem. And so, publish an app, once in an app store, users across the globe. I know we want to also address change and some of the learnings we've had. So we were founded in 2005, and for us we had several tipping points. One was that we needed to learn, we need to combine German engineering with US innovation and really bring this together. Next year we will need to add American marketing. I'm a hamburger, by the way, so therefore that as a background. And another tipping point was really what is happening in the industry, which is programmatic, which really is changing the way how you can buy and sell advertising in online and in mobile. And in mobile, it's becoming even more important, as there the monetization for app developers is much more indirect, as it's globally where it's difficult then to actually run a direct sales team. These were two very important tipping points for us, which has caused change, and actually for us to really grow in this market. So we are today the largest independent ad exchange in mobile. We have about 130 now employees across multiple territories, and we help publishers making money by providing them technology, but also all those ad networks and DSPs who plug in. We serve, these are actually already old numbers, now more than 4 billion ads every day. And we reach about 450 million users each month. And we just turned profitable, and by the way, happy to talk to anybody who needs help or even information. And please, if you have any questions, want this presentation, there's my email address. It's ragnar@smaato.com, and happy to talk to you during this event here. Thank you very much.